Alright, I'm Wav DM. I can't open it out to me because I'm playing Fortnite right now. I'm on the last and third V-Book mission of today. 15 in Stonewood. I'm playing as Indiana Jones. I'm in the Thunder 4 AFK, but I'm probably doing one of the worst things I'm going to have to read on this channel once I first get my base set up. It's finished loading. Okay, I have redacted my screen right now. Welcome to Fortnite. Alright. This is the mode I actually play, Save the World, since 2017. I dropped Destiny 2 less than a month after launch to play Save the World during the Horde Bash event. Probably one of the best things I've ever done. Alright, I'm sitting right here. I don't know how the audio mixes right now. This stuff is in full stream. Fortnite bugs out if I don't start the game while OBS is open with Fortnite on the game capture. So I'm using desktop captures for some reason lower, but I also have it lower so I'm be reading that trash. Oh no. So about that was it leveling one. So it's based on the Dame thing, which is based on the bad novel which got adapted into Atomic, webcomic, and then that was adapted into an anime which got popular. And then now it's in Fortnite. So the thing why it's like, oh, if you don't like it, why are you even here? So a while back I challenged myself to actually try to consume as much media from Fortnite as possible, except as in Fortnite. Besides those movies, which are hard to even acquire without streaming services or something. If I don't have it already in DVD, I don't bother. I'm not going to watch all the Alien movies. I watched the first one, I'm not going to watch the other ones. Actually, I don't think I watched Predator yet. I don't know what I even watched yet, but if it's something that is easy to search up online like this, it's like, okay, I'll see if I'll force myself to go through it. I mean, to this, I even finished that Hero, My Hero show, that Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen. What are the other things in here? I'm about halfway through Taiju number 8. Oh man. I just forced myself to consume this. Oh, it's in Fortnite. It's canonical. There's no Twine Peak story. So this is how far I'm doing for Fortnite story. So whatever I'm about to read is canon to Fortnite. Alright? It is canon to Fortnite. There's nothing you can say. I forgot to oh, shit. Well, I'm gonna use traps then. Alright, here's my very bad inventory. I haven't done stuff in a while on this. Alright. Yes. Oh man. I don't know. My traps don't even have like full perks on them. I just don't really care at this point. I think I messed up. I thought I swapped to Constructor, but I didn't? Really? No. What? That sucks. Can I even make enough traps for this? Yeah, sure. Okay, let me see. Damn, what a waste of resources. Can I just have like a defender as well? How many? I have one defender pad. I am broke, I think. While I put this stuff down real quick. This is why I had it to Outlander challenge earlier, and also for the higher level ones, the ones I'm too lazy, like Triple Atlas, to trap around. I just throw Outlander, just throw the Teddy down once in a while. It's a 3-minute AFK tick timer, so just watch out for that. That's just how I do it. I need to spend all my resources anyway, so I'm not at tap. It's a 15. I don't need to put this many traps down, do I? That's I get that Indiana Jones. If I was going to be recording, I would have used Alan Wake, but no, I forgot that. Okay. That's just for the Chrome Huskies. I'm not doing the Trust Line this year. I only did the Trust Line twice. Any more than that. And that's, remember, I played it originally as well. Wait, why didn't the one freeze in my inventory? Alright. This should be... Ah, there's Wobbers? Really? Oh, man. If only I had the base, which I put auto heal on just because of Wobbers, you know? Oh, yeah, this is actually one of the dual element once the Founders lost. Yeah. Okay, this is a 15. I'm over trapping, so I want to not have distractions while I read absolute trash. If they want to put some, like, I know most traps in Fortnite are just for reaching newer audiences, so they didn't want to do stuff that overlaps. They should have, if they want to do like 3 in property, it should have been counterside, I feel like. Alright? I was saying, a Nayuban Stin would be funny. It even has like the weird backbone with this like wing thing. Alright, now let me actually get to doing the thing. Now I have audio, test up audio on, just so you can hear the Fortnite sound effects. Okay, so this is what the cosmetics look like. So here is the... He looks stupid as heck. He just had a tournament today as well for something. You look so shit. What is this? Then we have actually this. I think this is fine. The proportions look a bit weird. It's not. It's not supposed to be human. It's humanoid, not a human thing. I think. Blood Red Commander Igris. Yeah. So, it's this knight, big plume. Okay. So, and there's just some generic knight lady as well. He looks so low quality. They're like 2D or something. Okay, yeah, this one has the color change, like built-in emote. So, alright, there's nothing you can really say about that. This is just sniffing something. Is that a flask? An alcoholic, huh? It's fine. It's just dual sword thing. Not to be like, it says it's from this, it's negative. This is fine. It's fine, alright. I usually, pickaxe is not relevant to the things most time anyway. So, yeah, pickaxes are fine. You'd say they're a bit generic, like fantasy weapons. But, yeah, they're fine. I like the feather effects, though. So, I did, I was wondering, where to even get the novels. So it's on a mobile device. So I don't go on websites on that because of security risks. So, I just went on the old pirate. I was like, okay, I'm surfing the comic. And I was like, oh, man. Maybe the novel will be better, so I don't have to, you know, look at this stuff. Alright, tape, yep, it's made for Sin, so it's built in. Or, no, it's used on anyone, but I'm talking about it has like a special built-in version for it. The wings suck. Well, I don't know what this is. Dragon looks stupid, I'm gonna tell you that. And then Mish Wrath. And it's just from the tournament. Okay. Oh, this is the next crew, by the way. Another, what was his name? Fortnite Jonesy one. Yeah. There's nothing much to say about. Yeah, it's not. It's wait, you want the shield as well as like a two-handed one? No, it's just a back wing. I'm assuming that comes out of the shield, right? There's more Power Rangers. What? Oh, it's one of those. Oh yeah, it reminds me of that one dungeon event with like the wooden puppets. Oh, yeah, interesting enough, there actually is some new Saved World stuff actually. So there's a Jess icon and a tile spray. That looks off model, alright? Whoever drew this probably doesn't even know what Saved World is. That's off model tile, man. Alright. What the heck is this? No, it's a boost. Wow. Very I'm just waiting for the Honkai stuff then. Why they had to be Star Rail, man? I hate Star Rail. So now we have the actual novel here. Let me throw it on another Teddy. No, oh wait, let me train the mini boss. There's only 2 minutes left. I've been talking about this shit for how long? Man, I want to read Tasuke Hime then today, but instead, no, let me do this or doing my Fortnite stuff. Alright. So I stopped here. The most unique hunter in the whole world! And I was like, okay, I need to retort this. This is horrible. Whoa, why are you hating on him so much? The story, like the director just like the head I fall like. This is so stupid. I was saying this is. I was checking the thing. So basically, this is one of those like novel sites. So people just upload like their translations to it, and it doesn't has not copyrighted. So people were just complaining on their reviews that, "What, we were translating this already? Why are you also translating it? Also, the quality sucks, man. You're a single person or doing some machine translate or something. We had actual teams and stuff translating this." Oh man. Alright, Taste, I just need to know the Fortnite lore. There's no Flying Peaks story. He soloed whatever was in Flying Peaks, alright? Alright, so he still needs some time to figure out how much of a help this strange phenomenon would provide, and just how far he could actually grow through it. But at least he got a good feeling about this whole thing. When he took a look outside, the night had deepened quite considerably. When it did so, wait. Jin Woof frowned deeply. His eyes ached a bit after staring at the computer monitor for so long. Jin Woof massaged his forehead and stood up from the chair to loosen his body with a bout of light stretching. He moved his body this way and that for a while. He bent his body 90 degrees, and that's when he discovered 2 small boxes weighing for Dotton on the floor. No, lying for Dotton on the floor. Ah, the random boxes. 2 boxes wrapped into monotone gift wrappers and topped off with a ribbon, exactly like the ones in video games. Oh man. Is this one of the ones of old people sites like, oh, kiddos love video games, we'll write this so it's like gaming. Wow. That seems like what would have happened in like the oh, it's just a person's sword, bro. Sniper, bro. Alright. He must have fallen off from the bed when I was making a mess of the room earlier. He had completely forgotten about them after receiving those as his rewards. Woo! Picked up the Toast's box and opened its lid. So that's an idiot. It's worth it. You read the manga first. What? If you have to read the adaptation, okay, so the adaptation was made later, so probably the author, if they want to change anything, they could have told like the artist they're working with, like, oh, change this part or cut this part, because here's when you're adapting a novel to other medias, you have to cut things out for like pacing and stuff. Like if I were to watch the Hawaii anime, they're gonna cut off some of the inner monologue from the main character who I forgot the name of. Was his name like Toe or something? That's his nickname. So there will be some differences and some changes for the good approved by the author. But this is what they wrote originally, then translated by don't be offensive. A subpar translator, according to the comments reviews on this. Alright. A band-aid? He dumbfoundedly stared at the thing that looked exactly like the regular band-aid for a while, only for the information about it to float up above in green letters. Item band-aid. I'm going to be emoting for that. Indiana Jones, start emoting. Holy heck. He was it is a band-aid. Why do they have diffs in here? He was hopeful that this thing might possess some kind of a special attribute like the treasures found within the dungeons, but he wasn't so lucky today. Stim over the whole inventory thing. Of course, I haven't heard of someone finding band-aids inside of a dungeon to begin with. I have to check on Tom every time. With his mind half in disappointment and the other half in anticipation, he opened the remaining box. He got himself a new ballpoint pen. That's actually more helpful than a band-aid. Honestly, a writing utensil? Alright. He studied it from all sorts of angles and even tweaked it on the tip so the ballpoint would come out. But it was still your average pen. Item. Ballpoint pen. An average ballpoint pen to be stored inside your inventory. What the? Wait, why did they even wait. So why is this should not be, so it's not him talking to himself. It's like a narrator saying externally, oh, an average ballpoint pen, it can be stored in your inventory. It's not talking to the character. It's just talking to the reader. That to be stored in your inventory? Oh man. It was quite literally that. As its name implied, all sorts of random junk would come out from the random boxes. Okay, let me trade my rewards now. Level 4 loot, I don't know what any of this stuff is, alright. Yep. Okay, I'm close Fortnite now, I guess. I did my V-Bucks, alright. Return home, Tales of Luminaria. Oh, I'm desecrating Tales of Luminaria by reading this during it. Well, it wasn't if he was left empty-handed anyway. Sure, he didn't really have any need for either the band-aid or the pen right now, but thanks to them, he got to learn about the existence of the thing called the inventory. Also, seeing that the information on other objects found in the room did not show up, he had figured that only the info on the item from the random box could be read. Inventory! He says it out loud. As soon as he called out for his inventory, a graphical representation of a storage unit with dozens of slots appeared in the air. As fitting the storage unit of a level 1 user, it was not as empty as he thought. He thought there would be nothing in there, but inside the first one, he found a rather familiar object. Isn't that Jin Woo? Took that out immediately. DT Wing? Item. Kim Sing's the 6 steel longsword. Attack plus 10. It's precisely Mr. Tim's sword that Jin Woo picked up back in the underground temple. He assumed that it was left behind inside the gate though. Hey, nice to see you too. A smile formed on Jin Woo's face. He felt happy seeing this thing again, but what with both of them having survived that hellish death trap? Besides, it was too wasteful to just be abandoned in a different dimension, wasn't it? Didn't Mr. Tim Juicy say he bought this for around 3 million won? Translator's notes. Over 2,600. You didn't have to add like a translator's notes. What currency do you mean? Why would that be translator's notes if you're just saying that number? Why would you have translator's note for a currency exchange without saying what currency it is? I'm assuming it's USD or something, but what was the point of that? That's not what you should do with translator. You put the little footnote like in the Bible, you have it at the end of the chapter. Or if I bring up the Holy Gospel of Azumanga Daioh, the complete series, entire manga translated to English, they would have the little... Okay, I open up the 2 minutes back now. They would have the little things at the end of the volume that was, of the segment of the volume. There was big translator's notes. And they would explain the stuff there that they had to change. Like, if their joke was too specific, they would have to, localize that. You just said... It's over 2,600 for 3 million won. I'm assuming that's what they're referring to won, right? If I was saying, what do you mean by 2,000? Is that Zimbabwe dollars? What do you mean? The weapon of hunters outwardly looked rather plain, but the truth was anything but. Monsters couldn't be damaged with weapons that did not carry the wielder's magic energy. Oh. So in those words, only the people who are chosen to fight can fight them. Oh no, no. Even in Tower side, your average soldier could gun down a corrupted object with a normal gun, alright? So weapons crafted especially for the purpose of dealing with those censored bastards. Is this site that you're uploading this to, translator, have like a anti-swearing thing? Okay, well that's fine. If they have like some sort of policy, or if it to like ruin the or shadow ban what you're uploading, then you might want to consider. Even though it's worse for the reader having like censored words, like those I autofill bastards, but it's like, oh, you put an asterisk for the A. Would always be trite pricey. Looks like I have to wait on this guy for a while. He had been fighting with his bare hands until now, since he couldn't afford to buy a proper weapon. Oh, he's saying it never showed him. When I read like the start of the comic adaptation, it never showed him actually fighting. He was always just walking around. Like if you go for like something in Dan Memo, like a supporter who's like carrying a backpack or something, he just followed behind them. And I'm assuming he was fighting, but they never showed him fighting in the novel. And I skipped over to this part in the web to comic. I've skipped over this part in the novel to avoid the whole, oh yeah, the dog statue arc. Okay. Although it was a cheap sword, he was still he was still rather grateful for it. You are mine now. If Mr. Tim saw the sword in his hands in the future, he might start foaming at the mouth and angrily demand its return. Well, he was a selfish man who readily discarded the savior of his wife. So it was rather a good possibility. Who was Mr. Tim? Oh yeah, that was like the last guy who ran before, like the missing arm leader and the healer ran, right? I think that's who it was. However, both this sword and this opportunity were given to him in return for sacrificing his life. So he wasn't planning to give it back that easily. Jin Woo's eyes sharpened considerably. What does that mean? He had learned two things about reality back in that temple. Firstly, he needed to become far, far stronger. He was weak and almost died several times as a result. That wasn't all. He knew what the results would be, yet he couldn't stop that Shire boy hunter from stepping forward. And also, he knew Mr. Tim was in the wrong, but he could not help Mr. Song at all. Because he wanted to survive, he turned his gaze away even though he knew what was right. If he didn't want to be ashamed of himself again, then he simply had to become stronger. And finally, there was no room for unnecessary kindness. What he got after his acts of kindness was the betrayal of his comrades. 3 of them abandoned him, who couldn't even move properly, and ran away. He just called out to them, but none returned to help him. None of them to remember just who had saved their lives only a few moments ago. Give and take. He swore not to take on any unnecessary risk out of some unconditional act of kindness. The most important thing at the end of the day was his own life, after all. Those were 2 important life lessons Jin Woo got to engrave in his heart after experiencing a near-death event. To become stronger than before and to become more selfish than before. Bro. You don't dare disrespect this power transformation. Oh no, is this one of those Edgewords ones? Oh, I think it is one of those Edgeword ones. I can do this! Woo was one of those types of people who would never forget what he had been taught. What do you mean? Inside a certain Pongjama, the tree and style covered street stall. That actually helps there, but I feel like if this was just translation but not work-wise, if it's work-wise, then it would just be like inside a certain street stall. But because they went with the Pojangma, they would need to add a translator's note. Instead of having a footnote at the bottom saying the original text here was Pongjo, which is a tree and style covered street stall. So yeah, I think the people who are insulting the translation had some things. Yeah, they got some. Yeah, the nurse Choi Yu was busy chatting to a friend she hadn't seen in a long time. As the night wore on, I almost forgot. Yu-ra would be told that her friend was an employee of the Hunters Association. The reason for her finding work in the Hunters Hospital was in no small part due to this friend. You know what about hunters, right? Well, more than most people, sure, what's up? Is there a hunter with an ability to heal their own wounds so quickly? Aren't those healer type hunters? One healing spell later, every wound goes bye-bye! No, not like magic and stuff, I mean like unconsciously. Like, unconsciously? For an example, when a person has lost consciousness, or when he is in the middle of sleep. Yua's friend shook her head. There's no way. That'd be something like regeneration, and that's an incredible ability, you know? That's a unique trait only the rarest of all top-tier monsters exceeding the ranks of A possess. There's no human who possesses it, though? I never heard of a hunter who has such an ability. Really? Did she have made a mistake then? Yura slowly nodded her head. It was at this point that her friend spoke again. But then, I don't know, maybe it's a possibility of talking about S-rank hunters. Hearing her friend's words, Yura raised her head. S-ranks? There are plenty of freakish monsters from the S-rank hunters, and also, not much is known about them, right? What are they saying? Right, that's the Baek Yun Ho from the Right Tigers, dude. They apparently morph into a real monster. However, Song Yin Woo was supposedly a hunter ranked E. The ranks of the hunters were publicly viewable on the association's website, so if anyone were interested, they could take a look. Yura became curious from the morning incident and see shirts for Song Yin Woo's information. That seems like an invasion of privacy, isn't it? Because I think they mentioned like when the suit people were there in the comic adaptation that what was it? That it was like a choice thing. I'm compared to Town or Cyber Trick. It was like that attributability for like the special role is like decided by an awakening in this case. Actually, wait, this is eerily similar to Town or Cyber. With the whole. I think it's just generic power systems. Like, oh, you did magical awakening. Wow, congratulations on becoming a counter. Now we're going to indoctrinate you so you can help fight COs. Which is this case, it's hunting, revenge thing, or strong. His rank is too low for him to possess such a unique the reawakening of a hunter. She then remembered hearing hushed whispers of reawakening coming from Jin Woo's room when she was walking past it yesterday. To the beat that he had gone through a reawakening? For most regular people, it was truly impossible to befriend an S-rank hunter. Never mind encountering one. Not only were there too few of them, but they also happened to be crazy busy most of the time as well. So, just what kind of situation was this? Someone as amazing as that was just a patient that she was looking after, a guy who just entered the S-rank having moved up from the low EE. If there are only a few people who realize his true value, then if she stored some points with him now, wouldn't it be more likely that she'd be awarded more opportunities later down the line? 40 comments on this! Okay, 40 comments! Real trusty commenters, alright. A chance to become acquaintances with an S-rank hunter didn't happen every day. After all, they weren't an existence that people couldn't easily meet even if they were prepared to shell out lots of money. As her imagination took flight, a bright smile slowly bloomed on Yura's face. Oh my gosh, you Drew! Did something nice happen? Why are you suddenly grinning like that out of the blue? Oh, it's nothing, you know much. Yura continued to shake her head, with a smile on her lips. Didn't want to go away that easily. Part 8! Level up! Well, what? Reference rhythm. What's up? Is the top piece somewhere else or what? It's original. Let's do the after Oh my goodness, look at that guy's physique! Was that patient's body that good before? Two young female nurses were walking in the corridor, whispered to each other as soon as they spotted Seong Jin. Did they change his first name or last name? What name? Is it one of those like first name first, last name first? I don't know, but was that different before? He pretended to have not heard them and tried to return to his room. It had been a week since he started taking on the daily quests. Several changes took place during this time. One would have to be the transformation of his body. That's not exercising, man. That's not exercising. You do not post a Giga Chad diff for someone exercising for just a week. That's what what the hell do you mean? What the hell? Wait, somebody took in the webcomic after a week? He's on drugs or some shit, man. Jin Woo stood before the mirror mounted on the hospital room's wall by the corner. He checked out his entire body in front of this full-length mirror. He got a bit embarrassed by doing something that a female university student would more likely end up doing, and only after chewing his throat twice was he able to stare straight at the mirror. 22 comments here. The thing was, though, he had definitely changed. His body was in the middle of a transformation. I've got muscles now. He says that. The most eye-catching change was the drastic increase of his muscles. The normal-looking flabby flesh was gradually disappearing, only to be replaced by hard muscles. Thanks to that, his shoulders had widened more, and his overall frame had grown bigger as well. Say that to the Fortnite Sten! Even then, it doesn't seem heavy and swell. Only the necessary amount of muscles in the necessary places. If he were to disturb the overall impression his body gave off, then it would be kind of like looking swift and athletic. He was a guy, and even he found this rather appealing, so it wasn't such a strange thing for young nurses to whisper about him. And it's all due to this guy over here. Jin Woo summons his stat window. 2D ring! Name: Jin Woo. Level 1. Class none. Title none. HP 100. MP 10. Tiredness 0. Stat: Strength 31. 99 torment plus. No stat balance. Oh, stamina 10, agility 10, intelligence 10. That is a fake stat right there. Oh, he does not have that. Perception 10. Okay, I think you probably should have invested more in agility. Alright, That strength should have only been around a 25, and then those other 6 points should have went to a 3 in stamina and a 3 in agility, alright? Be more mobile, but you be stupid as shit though, alright? Hero points distribute 0. Skills, passives unknown level max. Tenacity 1. Actives dash. His strength stat had gone past 30 already. Since he thought that it would be hard to tell the kind of effects that the increases in other stats would bring, he investing all the points he earned on the strength strat, which seemed to be the easiest way to feel the change taking place within. So, canonically, even without the stats, his intelligence as well. It's like, it turned hard to tell the kinds of effects. Oh man, I feel it could be easy to guess what agility would mean, man. I hate to break it to you. Besides, strength played a key role in fighting monsters, so that was like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. My body wouldn't have transformed by this much just as I exercised for a few days. In that case, there would be one explanation. With his strength value continuously rising up, the muscle were changing their shapes in order to display the maximum amount of effect too. He couldn't think of any other reason besides that one. He was inwardly worried about investing too many points into his strength stat, but after seeing his transformed body, he became rather happy, and all the worries in his mind were forgotten for now. However, it is way too eye-catching, isn't it? The number of times he was mentioned by the nurses was constantly on the rise. It was quite likely that, since their job involved looking after human bodies, the level of discernment could have been higher than most. Jing Wu possessed quite a keen sense of hearing, so whenever his name was mentioned in the vicinity, he took note of it. As it's time for me to the hospital, no? Chapter 12. Finn, alright. I don't want to read anymore, so I did my Fortnite mission. Just should even upload this, man. If people want this, I will. If people online ask for this, and this is successful on my channel, if it can at least beat the average view of a horror reading, I will read it till it's not until I don't get views anymore for this stuff. All right, I will do it just for, because I said before, I try to go through as much stuff that's been in Fortnite from Collabs as possible, in replace of the Twine Peaks story. I would have preferred the Twine Peaks story over this, but if I'm gonna be laughing this much at some of this. Maybe it's just like they said before with like the comments talking about the thing with the translator. Maybe it's partly because of that and partly because the original had bad dialogue. Yeah, but I'm ranking this lower than what I've read on this channel before. So my current ranking for actual enjoyment, not quality of it, but enjoyment of what I've read, goes as follow. The Bible, Haruhi Suzumiya, A Christmas Carol, and This Is Was. I only read 4 things on this channel, alright? I haven't finished any of them, but... so I'll leave this here. I've been Wabdium. I'm going to restart my computer real quick. Yeah, I'm getting tired as well. Bye.